finally happened. 2020 is trying to redeem itself. Struggling, but last night, some of the world's greatest athletes showed up. I'm not talking about an NFL or NBA game. I'm talking about the Bachelorette. They showed up to compete for the hand of a mom. She's not a mom. She's a good-looking mom. The oldest Bachelorette contender yet. And I think there was 30 of them that showed up. Pretty exciting stuff. They all had some nice outfits, and one guy wore a straight jacket. Chris Harrison looked good. Gosh, just smile. One of the first things I thought to myself is I think probably 60 to 64% of the contestants that showed up would have been happy going home with Claire or Chris Harrison. Because, well, a lot of pretty boys out there. A lot of this going on, which is fine, but I think they showed up for the wrong show. Let's just break down the contestants for you real quick. Number one, obviously the Bachelorette Claire did some modifications to herself since we've seen her last time. Let me upgrade. She upgraded, which just fighting that father time, so you got to do the best you can. Great work, Claire. Great work. Now, if I was the Bachelorette, I think I would try and play it down, and I'd show up in some baggy sweats and maybe not brush my teeth, because you don't want to I would narrow the playing field down, who's gonna like me for me, because she's 45 years old. She's 30, she's 40. But the good looks, they're not gonna be hanging around much longer. So you can only bank on that for so much. So personally, I think she overdid it, because she did look fabulous, but it's kind of false advertising, because you're only gonna get that for a few more years. So now these guys, I think the oldest one was 18 years old. That could be incorrect, but whole bunch of youngsters. Look, most of them, I kind of got the high school student teacher vibe in a lot of different scenarios. So I could be wrong, but let's start with the first. Number one, AJ. AJ, one of the creepiest people I've ever seen in my life. Now, I think he's also plays for both teams, but if I opened up my closet right now and AJ was sitting in there, I'd wet my pants. Well, I'd wet my pants if a lot of people were in there, but he's super creepy. Very much serial killer vibes. Ben, ex-Army Ranger, which he brought up immediately. Respect your service, Ben. But let's work on that personality next. Bennett. Okay, I like Bennett. Bennett, wealth management consultant, and he kind of looks like a normal-sized Tom Cruise. So what I mean by that, he's definitely over 5'2", but super good-looking guy. Powerful jaw. His hair didn't move all night, which that was impressive for me. And it kind of looked like Superman. So I'm kind of rooting for him, only because I'm not related to Claire. Because if I was related to Claire, I wouldn't want her being married to him, because I think he'd probably hit her. So, and I'm against that. Blake Monar. He has beautiful hair, and he is a male grooming specialist, which is a barber, I guess. Good job on the job title, Blake. So he's got that going for him. Blake Moynes. Now this guy, spoiler alert, he actually got kissed by that lady last night, Claire. And in his own words, said it felt like kissing my mother. But he said it with a smile. So he has a great beard, which, as you can tell, I'm a fan of. I'm working on mine. But from Ontario, Canada, I don't know how I feel about that. And wildlife manager. So wildlife manager. I guess he has a lot of pets. You know. Brandon, now this guy has a smoldering look. He kind of looks like Uncle Jesse. Real estate agent from Cleveland, Ohio. I don't really remember anything about him except he has good hair. Brendan, that guy looked kind of creepy. But man, he's got stunning eyes. Now, he was a commercial roofer from Milford, Massachusetts. So 30 years old, so he's only a decade younger than her. So that's pretty solid. As opposed to the last two, Brandon and Blake were 28 and 29. So really robbing the cradle there. Chasen, IT executive, that guy was pretty good looking. Chris, I got a little bit confused by because I couldn't tell if he was like an Asian guy, but he's also really tall. So he's a landscape design salesperson. So I think he's a lawnmower. Not sure. Dell, he caused all the controversy. He looks like a young Alex Rodriguez, former pro football player, wide receiver. Dallas Cowboys could use your help, sir. And I guess Dell, as the theory goes, there's a potential that Claire and Dell are going to run off together and leave the show. So not sure if that's true, but from the 45-minute previews where they recap the whole show, it definitely appeared that way. DeMar, spin cycling instructor, don't remember him. Easy, sports marketing agent. This guy was making moves. He had a sweet purple suit, or pink. It could have been pink. I don't know. Bad with colors. But Easy made some moves big and early. And he's only 11, 12 years younger than her. So I got some, he's in my top 5 candidates right now. Assuming Dell doesn't run the whole show. Ed, this guy's one who looked like Lou Ferrigno, and then he was just sweating all night, like just drenched in sweat. He's a healthcare salesman, so I don't know if it's like a doctor or what. Garen, professional attorney, I don't even think he made the cut. Ivan didn't make the cut. Non-memorable. Jason walks in there pregnant, and I don't know if the spoofs. I'm not a fan of the costumes, guys. Just be yourself, like I am every day. And coming out as a pregnant, like this guy smiled and just kind of laughed quite a bit. He was like, he was really excited to be there. Which, personally, if I'd showed up and realized that I was there to date somebody's mother, I would have asked what other shows were filming close by. But that's just me. Jason, at least, he's in the 30s, so he's a little bit closer in age. So when Claire was in college, he was almost out of junior high. So that, there could be something there. Jay, don't remember. Gosh, where was that one creepy guy? There was a chef. Can't even recognize him from the pictures. Maybe that was Brendan. But he had tattoos all over his fingers and hands, and I'm not a fan of men with tattoos dating my mother. So I can't recognize from the pictures because they cleaned themselves up for their profile pictures. Kenny was a band manager. I think he might be up in my top 5 too. And Mike, digital media advertiser. Oh, I'm only looking at the people that made the cut. No wonder. Anyways, not super impressed. I wish there was somebody on the show that I cared about. Sorry, Claire. I say that. Other than Chris Harrison. I do care what happens to Chris Harrison. But we'll see what happens moving forward. Set to be there was only one little bit of drama where some really weird guy was DMing somebody while they're in quarantine, and the other guy called him out, and Claire sent both of them. No, she didn't. She kept the creepy guy. Gosh, I cannot tell these guys from their pictures, so I feel like did I compliment the guy that I don't like? I sure hope not. Yeah. I think I did. Alright, stay tuned for more updates on The Bachelorette. Be here to give you my accurate opinions all season long. Thanks for watching.